Mr. Evans. Special Agent Desmond with the FBI. If you're home, I need you to come out.
My newest horror short, The Hammer, premieres Monday, October 30th at 8 p.m. Will Special Agent Desmond survive Halloween night? Tune in live to watch the completed film with me and the rest of the Camp Films community to find out. Hey guys, Ryan here. It's that time of year again where we celebrate the beauty of horror filmmaking. If you've been a long-time fan of this channel, you know that one of my favorite things to do is make scary movies, and I haven't changed one bit. This year, I wanted to explore the art of creating spine-tingling, creative horror films. In this video, we're going to cover the essential elements that make a great horror film. And hopefully throughout the course of this video, I will provide you with helpful tips that'll help you create your next horror masterpiece. Now, let's get started. To truly master the craft of horror filmmaking, we must begin by understanding fear itself. Fear is a primal and universal emotion. And to tap into it effectively, we must know our audience. What terrifies them? What keeps them awake at night? Research your target audience's fears to craft a relatable and spine-chilling story. The manifestations of fear vary from person to person. Successful horror films tap into these fears, making them relatable and terrifying for the audience. For instance, consider the 1973 classic The Exorcist. This film taps into the fear of possession, the idea that someone you love could become a vessel for pure evil. It plays on the fear of the unknown, showcasing the helplessness of a family faced with an unimaginable horror beyond their understanding. You could say that tension is the lifeblood of horror filmmaking. It's what keeps the audience glued to their seats, anticipating the next scare. Remember, it's often what you don't see that's most terrifying. You can build tension through various techniques, such as suspenseful music, slow and deliberate camera movements, and well-timed jump scares. You can gradually increase these elements throughout the course of your film to keep the audience on the edge of their seats. A brilliant example of tension building is Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho. The infamous shower scene is a masterclass in tension. The combination of Bernard Herrmann's screeching score, quick cuts, and unexpected violence creates an unforgettable and terrifying experience. A compelling narrative is the beating heart of a horror film. Engaging characters are the audience's gateway to the world of fear you're crafting. The film Hereditary is a prime example of effective storytelling in horror. Director Ari Aster explores themes of grief and family trauma, drawing the audience into the emotional turmoil of the characters. When the supernatural horrors unfold, they hit harder because the audience is emotionally invested in the characters. Creating well-rounded characters and crafting a narrative that explores human emotions can make the horror elements all the more impactful. Let your audience care deeply about your characters before subjecting them to the horrors that you have prepared. Iconic villains and monsters have left an indelible mark on the horror genre. Think of Freddy Krueger from A Nightmare on Elm Street, or the Xenomorph from Alien. These antagonists are terrifying not just because of their appearance, but because of their uniqueness and the fear they evoke. In The Shining, Stanley Kubrick used the haunting Overlook Hotel as a character in its own right. The gradual descent into madness, combined with the eerie setting, turns the location itself into an iconic villain. This demonstrates that sometimes the most effective horror can arise from the environment and the psychological horrors it represents.
Gonna bash your brains.
Cinematic techniques are your arsenal in creating a visually striking and eerie atmosphere. In The Conjuring, director James Wan uses long tracking shots and dimly lit rooms to help build suspense. The camera becomes a silent observer, intensifying the audience's unease. The sound design enhances every creak, whisper, and haunting noise, deepening the sense of dread. Low-angle shots can make a character seem powerful, while high-angle shots can make a character seem more vulnerable. Experiment with various camera angles, lighting techniques, and soundscapes to help discover what best serves your story's atmosphere. Practical effects add a tangible, visceral quality to horror. Think of John Carpenter's The Thing, where practical effects were used to create grotesque and horrifying transformations. The use of practical effects not only stands the test of time, but also immerses the audience in the horror. The sheer realism of these effects can trigger genuine fear. Remember that practical effects, when done well, can be more convincing and impactful than CGI. Embrace them to elevate the horror in your film. Subverting audience expectations is a potent tool in horror filmmaking. In Jordan Peele's film Get Out, the director crafts a narrative that initially appears to be a typical thriller, but gradually reveals its horrifying underbelly. By subverting the audience's expectations, Peele keeps them engaged and delivers an unforgettable and thought-provoking horror experience. Subversion can take various forms, from unexpected plot twists to challenging societal norms. It keeps the audience guessing and ensures that the horror stays fresh and innovative. The soundtrack and score are pivotal in shaping the emotional landscape of your horror film. Consider the haunting theme from Halloween by John Carpenter, which has become an iconic part of the horror genre. A well-composed score can enhance tension, fear, and emotional impact. Collaborating with a skilled composer to create a unique, spine-chilling score tailored to your film can significantly enhance its overall impact. The final touches of editing and pacing are critical to delivering a terrifying experience. In Hereditary, Ari Aster expertly uses pacing to gradually reveal the horrors within the family's history. The slow unraveling of the story keeps the audience in a state of constant unease. Experiment with pacing to control when and how you reveal scares. Quick cuts, jump scares, and well-timed edits can make or break a horror film's overall effectiveness. And there you have it, guys. That's your crash course in creating your next horror film. Remember, the best horror films tap in to humanity's deepest fears and linger long after the credits roll. Thank you so much for coming along on this filmmaking journey with me. I am Ryan, and may your horror films haunt the dreams of many. Bye-bye.